offers international tours, airline ticketing, and curated Visit Saudi experiences, all delivered with the same standard of care. Al Khair, Pakistan's leading travel agency.
Professional beard oil.
Hello and welcome once again from DHA Sports Club, Moin Khan Academy. This is Straight Traders presents Daily Saudagran Premier League Season 7, match number 12. That will be contested between Safe Pharma and SAC. Safe Pharma consists of Khalid Salim, Abdul Samad, Anas Sabit, the wicketkeeper batter, Khizr Aziz, Bilal Shoaib, Ali Chana, the captain, Bilal Arif, the fast bowler, Hassan Irfan, Umar Taslim, Saifullah Naseem, and Hamad Chawla. Whereas if we talk about SAC, who are playing their second match of this league, consists of Gibran Bari, Nofil Bari, Rizwan Bari, Noman Arfin, their skipper, Anas Kamil, Anas Zia, Faizan Tahir, Hamad Shakil, Humaid Waqaz, the left-arm spinner, Imad Zia, who scored some valuable runs in the previous match, and the experienced all-rounder Kamran Shahid. Safe Pharma winning the toss and choosing to bat first. Well, they started their campaign on a high note when they won their first match against Surati Perfume, but just went downhill again, Little Darling by Zubedas. Now they are up against for the third match of this league stages. SAC, on the other hand, suffered a defeat in their very first match against Daily Boys, where they couldn't chase down a target of 186. Imad Zia as well as Mustafa Musa played a valuable knock towards the end, but unfortunately that partnership wasn't really enough to get their team over the line. It's not the first time we have seen a side playing their first match going on to lose that. It happened with almost all the teams in this tournament, apart from Medicam, obviously, who are sitting at the top of the points table with 2 wins out of 2 games. But things are getting very exciting at the points table, especially with all the teams who suffered defeat in the very first match came back strongly, apart from Surati Perfumes, obviously, who have lost all the 3 matches up till now, and they are almost down and out of the tournament. But chances are bright for almost every other team to make it to the knockout stages. Mustafa Musa will be taking on the new ball for SAC, something that he usually does, just like the way his brother, who is a part of Al Falab, Salim Musa. Khalid Salim and Saifullah Naseem are opening the innings today for Safe Pharmaceuticals, and obviously we are going to witness Umar Loya in fact Umar Taslim at number 3 as soon as they lose their first wicket. But we are all set for the first ball. Mid on and mid off up. They've got a fielder at deep square leg and a fielder at deep third man. Starts off with a wide down the leg side. So first runs on the board already for Safe Pharmaceuticals. Well, they put up more than 200 runs in the very first match against Surati Perfumes, where both Saifullah Naseem and Umar Taslim were able to get a half century. But unfortunately couldn't chase down the target in their very next match against Little Darling by Zubaida. Flicks that away towards a fine leg. Not a good effort there from the fielder. This will run away for 4. Unbelievably quick outfield here at DHS Sports Club, Moin Khan Academy. Although you can see some dry patches in the outfield, but the ball usually races across as soon as it clears the inner field. By Zubaida. Flicks that away towards looking to target the not a good effort there from the fielder. This will run away for 4. By Khalid Salim towards deep backward square leg. Bit of a fumble, you could say, from the fielder at short fine as he was looking to stop that ball with his left foot. Slightly quicker, much straighter on that occasion by Mustafa Musa as Khalid Salim picks up another quick single towards mid-wicket. The same opening pair came out to open the innings in the very first match against Surati Perfumes, and they were able to score 41 runs for the opening wicket. And then we saw Umar Taslim coming in, and both him along with Saifullah Naseem were able to stitch up a partnership of 115 runs for the second wicket. That completely took Surati Perfumes out of the game. They'll be hoping that they can do exactly the same here today, but obviously SEC will be looking to come harder against the opposition. They've got some decent names in their playing 11 today. Imad Zia is full of runs as he showed what he can do with the bat in the previous match where he scored a 71, and Mustafa Musa also got out into the 40s. He usually swings the ball away from the right-hander and brings the ball back into the left-hander. So hopefully he'll be able to... Oh, it's chance and cake, and oh, brilliant catch. Well, we are hoping that he might be able to bring the ball back in. Instead, he drops it short outside the off stump. It was there to be hit. He was looking to find that gap on the offside. Unfortunately, couldn't keep it down. Saifullah Naseem, and it's a golden duck for the big left-hander. Had to move swiftly to his left, and he made sure that he doesn't let the ball go out of his reach. What a wonderful start this for SAC. They wanted a wicket early. Ideally, they would have loved to get rid of Khalid Salim, but they've got even a bigger wicket because it's Saifullah Naseem who's now walking back. He was amongst the runs in the first couple of matches for Safe Pharma, but unfortunately he will be making his sad walk back to the dugout, contributing nothing towards his team score tonight. Safe Pharma are 6 for 1.
SS
straight away we're going to see some spin early on with the new ball. It's the left arm orthodox, the ever talented Humaid Waqas will be sharing the new ball alongside Mustafa Musa. He's a much improved bowler, Humaid Waqas. Well, if we talk about the left arm spinners, well, they've got plenty of them. Talking about the daily Saudagran community, but Humaid can and does turn the ball a great deal. Not a lot of views so far, but he's still using that towel to dry the ball, so I just get the feeling the ground is slightly wet. We talk about the outfield. Short and wide, but goes straight to the fielder at point. Well, you expect the spinners to get settled after bowling 3 or 4 deliveries so that their fingers are warmed up. It's taken a lot of fielders on the offside inside the inner ring. They haven't really taken a fielder at third man. They've got backward point, a fielder at point, extra cover and cover in place. And if we talk about the leg side field, both square leg and mid wicket are up. Playing it with soft hands and just gets it past fielder at backward point. Ideally, he would love to come back for the second one and he'll get there easily. It was Hamad Shakil there at backward point who just couldn't stop the ball in the first attempt, but somehow made sure that he retrieved it back by the time a couple of runs were taken by Khalid Salim. Oh, that's a good delivery. That's the channel he needs to hit a lot more. Humaid Waqas just try to bowl towards the middle or leg stump and let the ball turn away from the right-handers. As a left-arm spinner, when you come around the wicket, you prefer bowling at right-handers, and he's lucky that he's got 2 left-handers at the crease right now. Short and wide. This time Khalid Salim finds a gap. Brilliant piece of timing. This ball will race away to the boundary ropes. He's slightly disappointed there, Humaid Waqas, because he was looking to bowl it much straighter. But in the end, this pitch has a lot of bounce, even for the spinners. Just straightened up after pitching. That allowed Khalid Salim to just wait for that delivery on the back foot and just guide that one behind square between those 2 fielders on the offside. He ends the over with a boundary, his second of the innings. 2 overs done and dusted. Safe Pharma are 18 for 1.
सिमट आया है पूरे घर का प्यार, जब घर आया है घर का स्टार, चेहरों पर खुशियां.
So SAC will continue with pace from one end and spin from the other. Mustafa Musa into his second over. Slightly uppish, but it's in the gap. It will be considered as a streakish boundary for Umar Taslim, but he and Safe Pharma will take it. Mustafa Musa shouldn't be discouraged or disappointed with that boundary because it was a lovely delivery. That probing line and length that just draws the right-hander forward. Umar Taslim was looking to push that one towards the extra cover. Might have lost his grip of the bat, because of which he was able to get a thick edge. And with the third man inside, it went to the boundary ropes. Now they've changed the field a bit. They have taken a fielder at deep backward point and a fielder at short third. Well, they're going for a quick single and they'll get there easily. It's with Madzia at mid-on, who was just a little slow to get off the blocks. But even after losing a wicket early, that too of Saifullah Naseem, they have maintained a healthy run rate so far in this first power play. Safe Pharma. Both batters are batting at a pretty decent strike rate. They both have got a couple of boundaries each up till now. Khalid Salim will be now on strike. Square leg once again goes back. Humaid Waqas might be given as a wide, not to be. But you could clearly see that he has come out with a definite plan, Mustafa Musa. He wants to bowl quick. He wants to swing the ball away from the right-handers. That's his natural angle. He's got a really good reaction and a wonderful run-up. Some days he can be unplayable. On the other, he can leak few runs. Would have been a lovely delivery had that been in line of the stumps, but it was just drifting down the leg side. Can be a risky line of attack if you've got the fielder at fine leg up. Kamran Shahid standing at the edge of the inner ring towards fine leg. Square driven, but now they've got protection out there in the deep. Ahmad Shakil at deep backward point. I think it's a good field position for someone like Mustafa Musa, who naturally swings the ball away from the right-handers. So even if the batter is looking to play that cut shot or goes for the square drive, you can protect that boundary in that region. Omar Taslim, on the other hand, who was the man of the match for the first match against Saurati Perfumes with a couple of wickets and 60-odd runs. Pushed that away. Just couldn't get it past the skipper, Numan Arfin at extra cover. It's a good competition so far between the bat and ball. You can see Umar Taslim just looking to find those gaps as he usually does, especially with the fielder sections in place. And the fielders have really supported the bowlers well up till now. That's a flashing blade. And once again, couldn't get it past that fielder at point. He has been like a live wire. He has already taken a really good catch to get rid of Saifullah Naseem. And he exactly saved a boundary in that region. So brilliant over from Mustafa Musa. Just 3 runs off it. It's 25 for 1 after 3.
ये खुशियां हैं सारी, सब बांटने को तैयार है माँ की जिम्मेदारी। हर चीज को खूब परखना, हर कदम फूंक फूंक के रखना। हर दिल चाहे बस छू लूं एक बार, आपका बेबी है घर का स्टार। ये किलकारियां जब दिल को छू जाएं, एक नर्म मुलायम एहसास जगाएं। इसीलिए मदर के
He's going to have another go at Khalid Salim. Umaid Waqas now just adjusting a feel on the offside. They want those two fielders at point and cover to move slightly squarer, just to bridge that gap. It's in the air and put down. Well, he deserved that wicket, Umaid Waqas. The plan was set. It was a trap being set for Khalid Salim, and he almost fell for it. It was full, it was outside the off stump. Just couldn't control that stroke there. Khalid Salim got it in the air, but it was put down by Mustafa Musa. Now to add salt to the wounds, he get a thick outside edge. Mustafa Musa once again in action, giving the chase. He will be able to stop that ball, but Khalid Salim meanwhile will pick up a couple. It's never easy when you drop a catch, and on the very next ball you have to chase the ball towards the boundary ropes. You're always thinking of the event that happened a couple of balls back. I'm pretty sure Mustafa Musa will be feeling slightly disappointed because he usually sets some really good standards in the field. Short and wide, another misfield. Some more work to be done by Mustafa Musa, giving the chase. He'll be able to stop the ball once again, and Khalid Salim meanwhile will pick up a couple. I can't really blame the bowlers, especially in this particular edition of the SPL, because the pitches have been so good to bat on. Oh, that's a lovely delivery. This is where he needs to be targeting more. He can easily come wider of the crease, and with the angle can look to bowl straighter. because with the angle the ball will be coming back in, and if he can get the ball to turn slightly away from the right hander, that's where he can bring those stumps and pads into play. But if he's going to keep on bowling short and outside the off stump, he's asking for trouble, Humaid Waqas. I'm pretty sure he's trying to bowl that arm ball or the ball that just comes back in, but so far we haven't really seen that happening. Slightly short, but this time it was much closer to the stumps. A risky stroke attempted by Khalid Salim, but couldn't get anywhere behind it. 4 overs done. Safe Pharma 28 for 1. So the mandatory power play is over. They haven't opted for the batting power play as of yet, Safe Pharma. That's why you could see 5 fielders now outside the inner ring. Time for a change in the bowling attack. Meanwhile, the off spinner now comes in to replace Mustafa Musa from the gymnasium end. Shayan. That's his favourite stroke. Well, one of his favourite strokes, because we know how much he loves to play over extra cover. But if he sees the ball being slightly quicker by a spinner, he just opens the face of the bat to make sure that he gets few runs towards third man. We saw that on a lot of occasions when he was involved in that partnership alongside Saiful and Naseem, and they were up against Saurati Perfumes. SAC will be hoping that they won't repeat the mistake that they did against Daily Boys when they brought in an off spinner. Well, it was Shayan who bowled the last over of the innings when Haris Bartla was at the crease. And we all know what happened after that. He was able to hit a couple of sixes and a couple of boundaries. And that last over, the runs that they were able to score in the last over turned out to be the difference of the game. Slightly quicker, but he pushed that one towards extra cover over Taslim. He knows that his team needs a lot of runs from him tonight, because he's the one who can play a longer innings and he's the one who can get those runs quickly. That's why he's just giving a little bit of respect to the spinner early on. But as soon as he's going to get his eye in, we might see him targeting every other bowler. A lot of gaps available on the offside. That's why both these batters can just push the ball on either side of the wicket and get those singles easily, as Khalid Salim did on the last ball of the previous over. 5 done. They're just scoring at over 6 and over. Safe Pharma. 32 for 1.
के साथ बेबी को मिले वही केयर, वही प्यार जो माँ चाहे. मदर केयर, योर बेबीज बेस्ट फ्रेंड.
Bubble boom, खुशी का boom.
Strong workouts needs smart hydration. Shop now at applehomeware.com.
So double bowling change, this from SAC. We saw Shayan being introduced from the other end, and now Hamad Shakil, the experienced Hamad Shakil, now from the other. Pretty sure all the bowlers of SAC have come out with a definite plan to bowl it outside the off stump against Khalid Salim. Maybe they think that he's very strong on the leg side. That's why the line of attack has been predominantly on that fourth and fifth stump channel against the right-hander. We saw him getting a boundary behind square in the very first over on the leg side. Gets it in the end, in the gap as well. This will race away toward the boundary ropes. Well, he looks in fine form with the bat, Khalid Salim. We saw Humaid Waqas also bowling outside the off stump, where he was able to get few runs. He was given a life as well when the catch was put down, but anything that has been slightly short or outside, he has been able to time them and place them between two fielders at gully and short third. So now we know that he's not just a good player of the backward, but he can also drive that one well. It's important that they keep on picking up those wickets. And if they can get someone like Umar Taslim out at this stage, they'll believe that half the job is done. Captain Numan Arfin himself is standing at short extra cover just to protect that single. Well, they can easily have someone at short mid-wicket as well, because Umar Taslim can just use his speed and play it towards mid-wicket and long on region. Instead, if you're going to bowl it short and wide, he's going to put one away on the offside, which he does. Kamran Shahid in action. A single of the last ball. 6 runs in that over from Hamad Shakil. A decent start, this from the spinner. After 6, Safe Pharma, a 38 for 1.
Delicious meals start with smart stylish storage. Shop now at applehomeware.com.
With Hajj Khair Se, we set the standard for premium Hajj experiences, where every step is thoughtfully planned and every detail perfected. With Umrah Khair Se, we extend the same promise: refined service, thoughtful planning, and complete peace of mind. Beyond sacred journeys,
second over now, Shayan. And Khalid Salim just keeps on driving them on the offside and picking the gaps easily and picking up those singles as well. And this is exactly what he needs to do as well. He doesn't really need to get those boundaries because Umar Taslim is the one who can do that. All Khalid Salim needs to do is to play the supporting role, which he did in the very first match alongside Saifullah Naseem. He can play a similar role with Umar Taslim today. Flicks that one away behind square. It's a powerful stroke. Kamran Shahid won't be able to cut that one off. He's a very strong player on the leg side. He's got really good hands and wonderful wrists. Have a look at how deliberately he was able to get it behind square and made sure that he got that one far away from Kamran Shahid. It's a full toss, hits it hard, but the ball won't carry to Imad Zia. Pretty sure he was looking to get it much squarer towards that cow corner region. It was much closer to be playing that stroke. Another misfield there from the fielder at short third. It's not going to go all the way for 4. It will be pulled back. But once again, he has been able to get a couple of runs in that region. He has scored so many runs in that region tonight, Khalid Salim, including a couple of boundaries. Although they have got 3 fielders standing very close on the offside behind square, but still, Khalid Salim somehow manages to find those gaps. All the spinners who were coming in just trying to bowl outside the ocean. We got to do something different. Powerfully struck, gets it in the gap. No chance for Humaid Waqas at long off. This is turning out to be a hell of an knock from Khalid Salim. Usually you expect Umar Taslim to be the aggressor in the partnership when he is batting alongside Khalid, but it's Khalid Salim, the man who is getting more runs in this partnership for the second wicket. Played it much earlier, made sure that he got it in the gap between extra cover and well far away from the fielder at long off. In the air and just over. Just get the feeling this will run away for 4 as well. It's one of the productive regions for Khalid Salim tonight. Back-to-back boundaries for the experienced campaigner. They have been just too short and too wide to the right-handers tonight. Talking about all the spinners who have bowled up till now for SAC, and that's why they have paid the price for it. His first over was pretty decent, but now he has conceded 11 runs so far with the ball still to go. Just couldn't time it, but he wanted a quick single. Denied in the end by Umar Taslim. Productive over for Safe Pharma. It's 57 for 1 after 8.
Khair offers international tours, airline ticketing, and curated Visit Saudi experiences, all delivered with the same standard of care. Al Khair, Pakistan's leading travel agency since 1992.
मेरी दुआ मेरा स्टार।
Powerfully driven towards the long offs. A quiet start. This from Z. Just 4 runs conceded by the leg spinner. It's 61 for 1 after 9. Change in the bowling attack. Hamad Shakil being replaced by Humaid Waqas, who bowled a couple of overs with the new ball. Well, he'll be able to stop that in his follow through, but not before Umar Taslim will pick up another quick single. Now, this is what he needs to do a lot more. Just try to bowl full and straight. Gave away 10 runs in his first couple of overs, so economy-wise, he was not that bad, but his line of attack was a little outside the off stump. I'm pretty sure he's going to be looking to rectify that. Haven't really seen a lot of turn from the spinners tonight from SAC. Slightly short this time. The ball goes straight to that field at point. Seems like it's a bread and butter stroke for someone like Khalid Salim. He has scored so many runs behind square on the offside tonight. Although they have stitched up a partnership of 50 odd runs so far for the second wicket, but we haven't really seen a lot of aggression from both these batters. Gets it in the air, just gets it over extra cover. Does Khalid. Kamran Shahid will be in action, moving to his right, which he does. Stops the ball, and a couple of runs more added to the score. Ideally, when Umar Taslim is out there and he has already consumed 20 odd deliveries, you expect the team to score more than 8 and over, but that hasn't been the case so far for Safe Pharma. The run rate is still under 7 and over. That means if they have to score in excess of 170, 180, they will have to go at 10 or more than 10 in the last 10 overs. Humaid Waqas, although he hasn't picked up a wicket, but he has been pretty economical as a spinner when you bowl a couple of overs with the new ball during the power play and you just go for 10. Seems like the job is done well, but remember the catcher was put down of his bowling. Slightly quicker. He got it in the cow corner region. Will he be able to come back for the second? Yeah, it's a long side of the ground and he'll be able to get there easily. 69 for 1 after 10.
Good.
Into his second over now, Zed. Now, was there some bat involved? The reaction from the bowler suggests that he might have got an inside edge on that one, Khalid Salim, as he was looking to get it towards extra cover once again, but wasn't taken cleanly by the keeper behind the stumps. But still, it was a dot delivery. And every dot will just get them a little frustrated. Slightly a chance of a run out, but not a good throw. This from the wicket keeper. It was a wrong gun attempted by the spinner. You could easily see the ball just coming back into the right hander. He was beaten all ends up there, Khalid Salim. Still got an inside edge, and the wicket keeper, well, he moved swiftly to his left, but still couldn't make a decent throw. They've got slightly inexperienced bowling attack, you could say, SAC, as compared to the other teams. Well, this looks close and given. It's a huge wicket. This is Umar Taslim we were talking about. Zaid, who was putting in that pressure by bowling few dot deliveries in his spell. As soon as he bowled it full and straight, Umar Taslim wanted to have a big sweep at that one. Missed the line of the ball completely, and the ball was crashing onto the pads. It was full, it was straight, so the umpire had no hesitation in raising his finger. Umar knew it straight away as well, that there was no bat involved, and he was dead plumb in front of the stumps. So he walks back after scoring 27, and an unusual knock from Umar Taslim tonight as he consumed a lot of deliveries for his 27. Safe Pharma are now 2 down with 70 on the board.
सिमट आया है पूरे घर का प्यार, जब घर आया है घर का स्टार। चेहरों पर खुशियां ही खुशियां हैं सारी, सब बांटने को तैयार है माँ की जिम्मेदारी। हर चीज को खूब परखना, हर कदम फूंक फूंक के रखना। हर दिल चाहे बस छू लूं एक बार, आपका बेबी है घर का स्टार।
So a couple of wickets have now gone down. Couple of huge wickets have gone down for Safe Pharma. Although it was turning out to be a decent partnership in terms of runs, but they consume a lot of deliveries for my liking. And Umar Taslim is out there. You can expect some fireworks, some boundaries and maximums. He wasn't able to hit 1-6 tonight in his 26 deliveries that he faced. Wonderful over. Brilliant over this from the leg spinner. Just 3 singles and a huge wicket of Umar Taslim in that. 11 done. Safe Pharma is still just scoring at over 6 and over so far. They are 72 for 2.
ये किलकारियाँ जब दिल को छू जाएं, एक नर्म मुलायम एहसास जगाएं। इसीलिए मदर केयर के साथ बेबी को मिले वही केयर, वही प्यार जो माँ चाहे। मदर केयर, योर बेबीज बेस्ट फ्रेंड।
Bubble boom, खुशी का boom. Bubble ooh.
Strong workouts needs smart hydration.
Being replaced by Hamad Shakil, and the ball just goes past that fielder at short third. Well, you would say that this could have been and should have been stopped there from the short third fielder, but he opted not to dive for it, and as a result of which Khalid Salim gets another boundary behind square on the offside. Well, apart from the first boundary that he got behind square on the leg side, that too in the very first over of Mustafa Musa, almost every other run has come behind square on the offside. And look at how late he played that one. But still, a diving effort could have made things different. Much squarer on that occasion, but the ball goes straight to that fielder at short third. Now, SAC needs to realize that although Safe Pharma has just lost a couple of wickets and they've got 76 on the board, but you could still say that the men in grey are in the driving seat because of the fact that Safe Pharma. Well, their scoring rate is just over 6. And they have got the two dangerous batters out. Saifullah Nazim and Umar Taslim, both who are very capable of playing longer innings. Although they've got still a lot of batting to come, Anas Iqbal is relatively fresh. We've got Anas Saber and the left-handed hard hitter Furqan Ahmed. But they can easily restrict them to 160, 170, which I still believe can be chaseable. We saw Delhi boys doing that against Surati Perfumes a few nights back. And there is no other reason why SAC can't do as well. Slightly short, will get a single towards deep mid wicket. Anas wants to come back for the second and Khalid Salim responds and they get 2 more runs. Well, surprisingly, he did not look to stop that one, and it's Umaid Waqas who makes another error down towards long gone. Well, Hamad not happy with the effort. Well, ideally it should have been stopped, and you expect Umaid Waqas, who is a very decent fielder, to stop that one. But he just couldn't go down, and here you see the ball just going between his legs. He would be disappointed, his team would be disappointed, but in the end it turned out to be a boundary for Anas Iqbal. 12 done, it's 83 for 2. Bowling his third over on the trot now, the leg spinner Zaid. Khalid Salim will once again fetch another couple of runs towards extra cover. Anas Iqbal wasn't interested in that third run. I think it was the right call as well, because Khalid Salim would have been the one running towards the danger end as the throw was done towards the non-striker's end. But he's now batting on 47 of 42 deliveries. Just 3 runs away of what would be a very well constructed half century. He once again goes over extra cover. This time gets a little more bat behind it. Almost an identical stroke and an identical result for Khalid Salim. Well, he's still batting on 49, just 1 run away from what would be a well-constructed half-century so far for Khalid Salim. He'll get there this time. While looking to drive that ball, the ball just goes towards long gone, and the single will now bring the half-century for Khalid Salim, but he'll still believe that he needs to increase his strike rate a little. 50 of 44 deliveries. A lot of boundaries there on the offside. They've got decent batting depth. Safe Pharma. But it's important that the remaining batters who are going to be coming in start scoring runs quickly. And the batting power play will be equally important. Go straight to the fielder at point. Will pick up another single. It's turning out to be a lovely spell from Zaid. Hasn't really given away a lot of runs, just like Umaid Waqas, but he has picked up a wicket as well, and that too a huge one of Umar Taslim. Full and straight, drill towards long on for a single. 8 runs in that over from the spinner. 91 for 2 it is after 13 overs. Into his last over now, Humaid Waqas. It's a full toss, and that was missed by Anas Iqbal. And that's what happens when you try to hit the ball a little too hard. Well, his eyes must have lit up when he saw that length, and he wanted to go downtown towards long gone, but couldn't really get any bat behind it. Now, the reason why he wanted to attempt that stroke was the fact that Safe Pharma has now taken the batting power play for the next couple of overs. And Humaid Waqas has been asked to bowl the first one of them, which is also his last of the night. Deep mid wicket and long on in place for the two right-handers. Nicely driven. Quality stroke this from Khalid Salim. Seems like he's batting on a completely different pitch as compared to the other batters of Safe Pharma. He has made that side of his own tonight, Khalid Salim. Anything that has been either short or full, but outside the off stump, he has managed to find the gap. No matter how many fielders you're going to place on the offside, when he's in that form, he'll be able to find the gap on each and every occasion, as he has done so far in this innings. He moves to 55 or 46 deliveries. With every delivery, he is not just scoring runs, but he's also ensuring that he improves his strike rate. Well, not a good effort. Should have been stopped. Instead, it turned out to be a couple. I guess he wanted that fielder at long off in place, but that didn't happen. The umpire, the captain, did not want that to happen. They still have a fielder at long on and deep mid wicket. This time he used his feet. Imad Zia will be in action from long on. Khalid Salim will pick up another couple of runs. He's growing in confidence at almost every delivery now he's facing. 100 comes up with that couple of runs for Safe Pharma. Their run rate that was hovering around 6 and 6.5 is now improving as well. Almost touching 7.5. Well, we haven't really seen Khalid Salim attempting a slog sweep, so I don't think there is any point of having that fielder at deep mid wicket. You can easily place one at deep point, because this is where he's finding those gaps, as he does once again towards deep extra cover, and he gets another 4 for himself. This is high quality innings from Khalid Salim. Pitched up. It was slightly uppish, but have a look at that small gap which he was able to find between cover and extra cover. This last over from Umaid Waqas is just proving a little expensive now. Well, it's been given as a no ball. Well, the umpire has decided to go upstairs. Well, I guess the batter at the non-striker Zain Anis Iqbal must have communicated to the umpire that Umaid Waqas might have overstepped, and that's why umpire has decided to go upstairs to check whether it was a no ball or not. Outside the inner ring, that's why it was given as a no ball, and this will be another no ball, I guess, because of the height. So the free hit will continue for Khalid Salim. Pretty sure it wasn't deliberate from Umaid Waqas. The ball might have slipped out of his hands. So yep, it's a free hit for Khalid Salim. Can he make use of that? Well, it just gets a single towards square leg. So an expensive first batting power play over comes to an end from Umaid Waqas. He finishes off his spell wicketless tonight. None for 30. It's 106 for 2 after 14 overs.
Shop now at applehomeware.com. Delicious meals start with smart stylish storage. Shop now at applehomeware.com.
With Hajj Khair se, we set the standard for premium Hajj experiences, where every step is thoughtfully planned and every detail perfected. With Umrah Khair se, we extend the same promise: refined service, thoughtful planning, and complete peace of mind. Beyond sacred journeys, Al Khair offers international tours, airline ticketing, and curated Visit Saudi experiences, all delivered with the same standard of care. Al Khair, Pakistan's leading travel agency since 1992.
मेरी बेयर मेरा स्टाइल, मेरा बेयर ऑयल, प्रोफेशनल बेयर ऑयल, SAC प्रोफेशनल बेयर ऑयल एंड मुस्टैच ऑयल.
Brought back into the attack, primarily because of the fact that it's the power play in progress, the betting power play, and now SAC will ensure that all 7 fielders are inside the inner ring and just a couple of them are outside the 30-yard circle. Bowls a slower delivery, nicely picked up towards mid-wicket. It's not going to go all the way for 4, but at least it's going to be a couple of runs for Khalid Salim. He wants to come back for the third, not Anas Iqbal. It's the second time it has happened that Khalid Salim wanted that third run, but Anas Iqbal denied that. But have a look at the quality of the knock. It's being played so far by Khalid Salim. Well, it's been given as 1 run short, so all that effort just for the single. Well, he was on 15 when the catch was put down by Mustafa Musa himself. Bowls it much slower through the air. Mid-wicket will come around. This time Khalid Salim will just get a run. Now they have changed the wicket-keeper as well. Himad Zia is now starting behind the stumps. Remember, Mustafa Musa was the one who dropped the catch of Khalid Salim of the bowling of Umaid Waqas. Now a lot of runs have been scored after that. Would have been a completely different situation if Khalid Salim had got out early. But it's because of his knock that now Safe Pharma are still looking that they will go past 160, 170. But he'll need some support from the other end as well. Anas Iqbal dealing it just singles right now. And the batters to come in later on will have to make sure that they utilize the last 5 overs of this innings. Right in that block hole. He's very good with his Yorkers, Mustafa Musa. He bowls at pace and he bowls it straight towards the end. He still has an over remaining after this one. I'm pretty sure he'll be asked to bowl towards the death, maybe the 19th or the 20th over. Powerfully struck, but they've got fielded a deep mid-wicket. He'll have to move to his left, which he does, but a couple of runs will be added to the total. They got a couple of boundaries in the previous over of Umaid Waqas. They haven't really gone 1 in this over, but still, they've got 6 runs off it. Slower delivery. He's tongued that one over mid-wicket. You were talking about a boundary in the power play, but he gets more than that. He gets a half a dozen over mid-wicket. Well, he was trying to do something different there, Mustafa Musa, just rolling his fingers over. But didn't realize that it was a perfect length for Anas Iqbal, who just waited for that one and then just nailed that one over mid-wicket. So an expensive end to the power play this for SAC. After 15, Safe Pharma at 118 for 2. Now it's another opportunity being presented. Will the long on fielder be able to take it? He does. It's Hamad Shakil who takes a really good catch to his right. And finally the innings of Khalid Salim comes to an end. Shayan Khalid replacing Humaid Waqas from the creek vista and dropped it slightly shorter. He wanted to get it squarer but got it much straighter than he wanted. Hamad Shakil going to his right and making sure that he doesn't drop this time. Wonderful knock from Khalid Salim comes to an end. He was there from the start of the innings and he survives till the 16th over. 67 of 55 for the big man. Safe Pharma have now lost their third. They are 118 for 3. Abdul Samad Chawla, the new man in at number 5 for Safe Pharmaceuticals. Gets off the mark straight away. Now this is good from the new man coming in. Got to make sure that you don't really consume a lot of deliveries or play a lot of dot deliveries. Got to get away with the scoring straight away. Shayan has picked up a big wicket. He's provided an important breakthrough now for SAC. Are still going to be looking to make a comeback in this game, and if they can somehow restrict under 160, they will fancy their chances of chasing down the target. In the air, but it was flat. Can't really blame the fielder because he struck it beautifully, Anas Iqbal. But at least he made sure that he didn't concede a boundary. In these situations, in these sort of conditions, got to make sure that you don't really let the ball go away from you. You got to go for a catch, and if it's put down, got to make sure that it doesn't go over the boundary ropes. He's been economical tonight, Shayan. Much better bowling effort from the off spinner. Wrapped on the pads, but was it angling down the leg side for the umpire? It is. Once again, that probing line and length. As a batter, you are always confused whether you need to be on the back foot or on the front foot. He wanted to pull that because he knew there was no one behind square on the leg side, but got hit on the pads. Almost a similar delivery, but a little outside the off stump. Abdul Samad wants to come back for the second, and Anas Iqbal is very quick between the wickets. He makes his way easily, so does his partner. Couple of runs to end the over. A successful one comes to an end from Shayan. It's 122 for 3 after 16 overs. Since the batting power play is done, so we're going to witness leg spin again from Zaid. Goes for the big shot, does Anas Iqbal, but it just goes over, long gone. And now I just get the feeling Anas Iqbal has decided that he'll be looking to cut loose. Not a lot of overs remaining after this one. Well, just 23 legal deliveries to come for Safe Pharma, and they have to make sure that they score at least 12 and over from here on to go past 170, which will be a fighting total for SAC. It's his last over of the night. Zaid, he has bowled well up till now. Flights it up. Once again hits it towards long gone. This time it's an opportunity and it's put down. It was turning out to be almost a carbon copy of what happened a couple of balls ago. This time Anas Iqbal couldn't time it as well as he would have wanted. And we have seen a couple of chances being put down in the last couple of overs. First towards square leg and now by the fielder at long gone. Oh, it's a quality stroke this from Abdul Samad. He just shuffled across the off stump so that he could open up that leg side for him, and he got it behind square over fine leg for a much needed boundary for Safe Pharma. Well, the last over, Humaid Waqas, if it was in the power play, turned out to be a very expensive one, and this one from Zaid is also proving to be very productive for the batting team. We have seen a 6, a boundary, a drop catch. Oh, what a stroke that is. Humaid Waqas. In fact, it was Mustafa Musa who was running in from deep square leg, but the ball was well out of his reach. And the umpire will just confirm it from the fielder at deep square leg. And yep, both the arms are aloft. It's another 6. This time from the bat of Abdul Samad. Zaid just not learning from his mistakes. Still dropping it shorter. Knowing the fact that Abdul Samad is still looking to play everything towards the leg side. Imazi had just had a word with him. He was bowling very well against Khalid Salim and Umar Taslim when both these batters were out there in the middle. When he was looking to bowl outside the off stump and much fuller in length. But since there is not a lot of turn available on this track, so if you're going to bowl it shorter, it will become easier for the batters to hit you on either side of the wicket, be it on the off side or on the leg side. Now he hits it in front of square. It's not going to carry to Mustafa Musa, but he doesn't stop that either. It's not turning out to be a good night for him, especially in the outfield. If you talk about Mustafa Musa, he dropped one earlier and now he has let that ball go out of his reach. Abdul Samad continuously shuffling across the off stump, and he's finding those gaps on the onside. $14 runs he has got in the last 3 balls. And this is going to be a flat hit. This is quality stuff from Abdul Samad. Exactly what Safe Pharma needed at this stage of the innings. They needed a big over. They have got that. 27 runs coming in that over. It's 149 for 3 after 17.
सिमट आया है पूरे घर का प्यार, जब घर आया है घर का स्टार। चेहरों पर खुशियां ही खुशियां हैं सारी, सब बांटने को तैयार है माँ की जिम्मेदारी। हर चीज को खूब परखना।
Change in the attack. They have decided to switch to pace once again. SAC. Change of ends as well for Mustafa Musa. He bowled 3 overs from the gymnasium end. Now coming into bowl his last over from the Creek Vista end. It hasn't been his night so far, although he has picked up a wicket so far. But in the outfield, he has not only dropped a catch, but we saw him giving away 4 runs easily to Abdul Samad in the previous over. That somehow brought 27 runs. The previous over from Zaid. Starts off with a full toss. Now he wants to come back for the second run, Anas Iqbal, but the fielder was on his toes and he didn't allow Abdul Samad to complete that second run. What an innings this is turning out to be from Abdul Samad Chawla. He got a couple of sixes and a couple of boundaries towards the end in the previous over, all of them towards the leg side. Although there were a couple of fielders in the deep at square leg and mid wicket, but he still didn't take that into account and kept on scoring runs. Couple of full tosses to start the over. They'll still get that leg by. 150 is up now for Safe Pharma. They'll be much more relaxed with the way the couple of overs have turned out for them. Gets it towards deep mid wicket. He wants to come back for the second one, but maybe Abdul Samad Chawla wasn't interested. He wanted to be on strike. At one stage it seemed like SAC will be able to restrict Safe Pharma to 160, 165, but now looking at the way both these batters are striking the ball and they are finding those gaps and boundaries, seems like they will definitely look to go past 180. Oh wow, what a stroke that is! That is probably the shot of the innings from Abdul Samad. Up till now, he has been looking to hit everything on the leg side. Mustafa Musa wanted to go outside the off stump so that he can block that favourite stroke of his. But look at what Abdul Samad does. He gives himself room, opens the face of the bat and gets it over point. Well, we have seen some stunning shots tonight and this is probably the best of them. Pretty sure he must have surprised himself as well with that shot. But they needed an aggressive knock like that. And Abdul Samad is answering the call of his team. Still got a couple of, in fact, one more delivery left in his spell. Powerfully struck. Humaid Waqas is out there at long off. Abdul Samad wants to come back for the second. The throw is at the non-striker's end. and they'll get those 2 runs easily. Have a look at the disappointment on the face of Mustafa Musa. He thinks it should have been just a single. Instead, it turned out to be a couple. It's 160 for 3 after 18 overs.
हर कदम फूंक फूंक के रखना, हर दिल चाहे बस छू लूं एक बार, आपका बेबी है घर का स्टार। ये किलकारियां जब दिल को छू जाएं, एक नर्म मुलायम एहसास जगाएं। इसीलिए मदर केयर के साथ बेबी को मिले वही केयर, वही प्यार जो माँ चाहे। मदर केयर, योर बेबीज बेस्ट फ्रेंड।
Bubble boom, खुशी का boom. Bubble ooh.
Strong workouts needs smart hydration. Shop now at applehomeware.com.
Couple of more overs left now for Safe Pharma to do some more damage to the bowling attack of SAC. Nicely struck straight down the ground, and he'll get another boundary. Well, the first 15 overs, they were sitting very relaxed and very satisfied talking about SAC, but after that, as soon as Khalid Salim has been dismissed, they have started to leak runs. We have seen drop catches, we have seen runs being gifted by the fielders deep in the outfield. Hits it powerfully, gets it in the gap again. It's going to be another boundary for Anas Salim. Anas Iqbal, he's playing a very handy knock here towards the end. Bowled it slower through the air, Ahmad Shakil, but he still was able to generate enough force behind that stroke that he was able to get it to the left of the fielder at deep mid wicket. Now he's still looking at the leg side field. There is no one behind square on the leg side. Kamran Shahid is well in front of square. Instead, he goes straight. But he's disappointed that he couldn't really get more runs out of it. Just a single for the right-hander. But not just Anas Iqbal. In this partnership, even Abdul Samad has played a wonderful role. Remember, Delhi boys were able to score more than 180 against them, and they couldn't chase that down sack. And once again, Safe Pharma will be looking to get more than 185 from the position they are in right now. They still got 9 more deliveries left. 50 of the partnership also comes up in a very good time. Oh, he goes straight. But he hasn't really middled that one. Umaid Waqas will definitely not put that one down. He takes a good running catch from long on. And a brilliant cameo comes to an end from Abdul Samad. It's the first time he was looking to go straight. Ahmad Shakil did the right thing by bowling it slower and outside the off stump. He shuffled across, got it from the toe end of the bat. Umaid Waqas took a step or two forwards and made sure that he pouches that one. But what a valuable contribution this was from Abdul Samad. 31 of just 13 deliveries, and all of a sudden Safe Pharma are looking in a very strong position. They are 169 for 4.
.com. Delicious meals start with smart stylish storage. Shop now at applehomeware.com.
With Hajj Khair Se, we set the standard for premium Hajj experiences, where every step is thoughtfully planned and every detail perfected. With Umrah Khair Se, we extend the same promise, refined service.
Anas Sabir, the new man in. But he doesn't really have a lot of time remaining now in this innings to make any sort of impact. Just 7 more deliveries left in this innings for Safe Pharma. He's a stylish player, Anas Sabir. We have seen him batting in the previous match, especially against Little Darling Zubaydaz when he scored quick fire runs towards the end. He'll get a single to get off the mark. Well, they want to come back for the second. Anas Iqbal will be towards the danger end, but he survives. So getting hit for a couple of boundaries at the start of the over. He fought his way back well. Hamad Shakil. It's 170 for 4 after 19 overs.
Thoughtful planning and complete peace of mind. Beyond sacred journeys, Al Khair offers international tours, airline ticketing, and curated Visit Saudi experiences, all delivered with the same standard of care. Al Khair, Pakistan's leading travel agency since 1992.
मेरी बेयर मेरा स्टाइल, मेरा बेयर ऑयल प्रोफेशनल बेयर ऑयल.
Well, twice in 2 matches, Shayan has been given the responsibility now to bowl the last over. He did that against Daily Boys. It was expensive, but he'll be hoping that he come up with a better performance tonight. Could have been a completely different story if they had bowled economically in the last 4 overs, SAC, but that didn't happen. We saw a brilliant partnership between Anas Iqbal and Abdul Samad Chawla, because of which now they are within a touching distance of getting past 180. Uses his feet, gets it behind square. He's going to run away for 4 as well. Well, initially he wanted to get a couple of runs out of it, but even he did not realize how well he timed that one. He used his feet, got beaten by the length of that delivery, but he still got enough bat behind it that he was able to get 4 runs. Have a look at how quickly that ball ran past that fielder at square leg. Now he gets it towards mid-wicket. He wants to come back for the second run. Anas Sabir is very quick. He's running towards the danger end, but even before the ball had arrived, he had completed that second. He wants to come back for the third. We might see a run out. Yep, the finger has been raised already. The umpire did not even bother to go upstairs while looking to get back for that third run. Anas Sabir just sacrificing his wicket. So 177 for 5 with Anas Sabir now walking back. Just 3 more balls left now for Safe Pharma. Furqan Ahmed, the new man in, the big left-hander, will just get off the mark with a single towards long on. But even if they get just 180 right now in their allotted 20 overs, I still believe Safe Pharma will be the happier of the 2 sides walking back towards the dressing room, because at one stage it was looking very difficult for them to even go past 160, but Last 5 overs, they have been very good. Still remember they were 122 for 3 after 16 overs, and have a look at where they have come towards the end of the innings. Powerfully struck, but they got the fielder at long off very straight. Humaid Waqas with a bit of a fumble. It's a flat throw towards the bowler, but Furqan will make his way back. Well, a better throw was needed by Humaid Waqas, although it was a flat one, but it was well wide of the stumps, and that allowed Furqan to easily make his way back for the second one. Now he's batting on 45. He needs a big hit to go past his half century. He uses his feet, doesn't get it out of the middle. I'm pretty sure he would love to come back for the second one, and with that fumble, oh well, they could have, but they decided not to. So they're going to finish off at exactly 181 for the loss of 5 wickets in their allotted 20 overs. A wonderful recovery from Safe Pharmaceuticals, because at one stage when they had lost all their top 3 batters, it seemed like even 160 is going to be difficult. But the brilliant knock, the unbeaten innings from Anas Iqbal, and the special knock from Abdul Samad Chawla made sure they have now posted a huge total on the board. 182 is the target now for SAC. Twice in 2 games they will be having to chase a total in excess of 180. Couldn't do that against Daily Boys. Will they be able to chase this down against Safe Pharma? The next 20 overs will suggest. Safe Pharma batting first. Khalid Salim scoring a brilliant knock of 67 of 55 deliveries, although Saifullah was dismissed in the very first over of Mustafa Musa. And Umar Taslim, although he was out there in the middle for quite a bit of time, but he could only score 27. Anas Iqbal stayed unbeaten, 46 of 22, and a special knock from Abdul Samad Chawla. 31 of just 13 deliveries just completely shifted the game in the favour of Safe Pharmaceuticals. Anas Sabir sacrificing his wicket courtesy of a run out, and Furqan remaining unbeaten, scoring just 1 run towards the end. As far as the bowling is concerned, 5 bowling options were utilised by SAC tonight. Mustafa Musa 1 for 40. Humaid Waqas couldn't pick up a wicket, and a wicket apiece for Shayan, Hamad, Shakil, as well as the leg spinner Zaid, who was a little expensive in his last over.
Flicks that away towards a fine leg. Not a good effort there from the fielder.
This will run away for 4. Able to. Oh, it's chance and cake, and oh, brilliant catch. Deadly power play for the batting team. Short and wide and just over point. It's going to run away for 4. Short and wide this time. Khalid Salim finds a gap. Brilliant piece of timing. This ball will race away to the boundary ropes. He's slightly disappointed there, Humaid Waqas, because he's over. Slightly upish, but it's in the gap. It will be considered as a streakish boundary for Umar Taslim, but gets it in the end, in the gap as well. This will race away toward the boundary ropes. Powerfully struck, gets it in the gap. No chance for Humaid Waqas at long off. This is turning out in the air and just over. Just get the feeling this will run away for 4 as well. This looks close and given. Another change in the bowling attack from this end. Humaid Waqas being replaced by Hamad Shakil, and the ball just goes past that fielder at short third. Well, surprisingly, he did not look to stop that one, and it's Humaid. Nicely driven. Quality stroke this from Khalid Salim. Seems like he's batting on a complete... because this is where he's finding those gaps, as he does once again towards deep extra cover. Slower delivery. He's tongued that one over mid-wicket. You were talking about a boundary. Now it's another opportunity being presented. Will the long on fielder be able to take it? He does. The witness leg spin again from Zaid. Goes for the big shot, does Anas Iqbal, but it just goes over. Flights it up. Once again hits it towards long on. This time it's an opportunity and it's put. Oh, it's a quality stroke this from Abdul Samad. He just shuffled across the off catch. Oh, what a stroke that is. Umaid Waqas. In fact, it was Mustafa. Now he hits it in front of square. It's not going to carry to Mustafa Musa, but he doesn't stop that in the last 3 balls. And this is going to be a flat hit. It'll definitely look to go past 180. Oh, wow. What a stroke that is. That is probably the shot of the innings. Do some more damage to the bowling attack of SAC. Nicely struck straight down the ground, and he'll get another boundary. Hits it powerfully, gets it in the gap again. It's going to be another boundary for him. Oh, he goes straight, but he hasn't really middled that one. Umaid Waqas will definitely not put that. Uses his feet, gets it behind square. It's going to run away for 4 as well. Special knock from Abdul Samad Chawla made sure they have now posted a huge total on the board. So time for the run chase to begin in the match number 12 of the Straight Traders presents Daily Saudagran Premier League Season 7. 182 is the target for SAC. 181 is what Safe Pharma managed to get in their lot, 20 overs in the first innings. Numan Arfin and Shahrukh Mohsin, the two openers for the boys in grey. Furqan Ahmed to take the new ball, the off spinner. Long off and deep mid wicket in place first up. Hits it powerfully and just gets it past the outstretched hands of Saifullah Naseem as Numan gets off the mark with a single. Well, we saw brilliant contributions throughout the innings of Safe Pharmaceuticals. 67 is what Khalid Salim got. Then we saw Anas Iqbal scoring 47 and Abdul Samad also scoring 31 of just 12 deliveries, ensuring that they go past 180, which will prove to be a very fighting and a very challenging total for SAC. They lost their first match chasing 180 odd against Daily Boys, and once again they will have to score in excess of 180 to chase down this target if they can manage to do that. Shy at the stumps from Umar Taslim, but couldn't hit the stumps. Nicely backed up by Saifullah Naseem, although he couldn't stop it cleanly, and as a result of which they will be able to come back for the second one, and this is what they will have to do a lot more. Anytime they can see a whist field, they will have to make sure that they convert that single into a couple. Well, I think he looks in some pain. It was a rocket throw from Umar Taslim. That didn't hit the stumps, but it definitely hit the knee, I guess, of Saifullah Naseem, who is now being asked to leave the field, I guess. Not sure whether he's able to continue. I think he'll be leaving the field on the very second ball of the innings. He's not looking fit. He's not looking okay right now, but I'm pretty sure a massage or maybe a magic spray will help him so that he'll be out all guns blazing in their next match. Meanwhile, Furqan Ahmed to continue. Bit of turn there for the off spinner. Shahrukh Mohsin staying on the back foot. Got beaten by the ball turning away from him. Now 182 is the target, but the first 4 overs are going to be very crucial for SAC. Khalid Salim, the top scorer of the first innings, scored 60 odd, where he scored plenty of runs behind square on the offside. Just paddling it towards fine leg. Square leg is giving the chase. I just get the feeling he'll be able to pull the ball back. He does. Well, not just him, but even Abdul Samad Chawla as well as the wicketkeeper Anas Sabir were hoping that they will be able to chase it down, which they did in the end. And we saw a couple of more runs added to the total. Ensure that it's not just the boundaries, but the running between the wickets will have to be on point, because they're chasing a target where they'll have to make sure that they keep on scoring at a rate of 9 and over. Off the back foot, will get a single straight behind the bowler. Decent over from Furqan Ahmed comes to an end. 6-1-0 loss after the first over. We're going to witness spin from both ends. Furqan Ahmed bowling the first over, and now Rahman Mahmood will be sharing the new ball alongside him. Starts off with a full toss, driven beautifully by Shah Rukh. Getting onto the front foot, taking it as a low full toss and driving that one past extra cover. That is the intent and aggression they'll have to show early, especially in the first 4 overs. Both these openers of SAC. Starts off with a full toss, driven beautifully by Shah Rukh. Nicely driven, and was able to get it in the gap as well. Have a look at the field on the offside. 5 fielders in the ring. Backward point, point cover, extra cover, and there is a fielder very close to him as well. Mid-off is inside. The ball further turned away from the left-hander after pitching. We didn't see a lot of turn in the first innings when Humaid Waqas, Hamad Shakil or Shayan Khalid were bowling. We saw Furqan getting some purchase, and now even Rahman Mahmood is being able to turn the ball away from Shah Rukh Mohsin. Now he goes over extra cover. This is a quality stroke, and this will go all the way for 4 as well. Well, as an off spinner, when you're looking to come around the wicket, especially with that diagonal run-up, you've got to make sure that you start from outside your stump, maybe on that 4-stump channel, but he has been a little too wide, and that has allowed Shah Rukh Mohsin to open up his shoulders to play inside out a couple of occasions, and he's got a couple of boundaries in the process. Much better. Bit of a fumble there from the fielder at short third, but Shah Rukh will just get a run. Now Numan himself is a very powerful striker of the cricket ball. With the ball turning into his pads, he will prefer the leg side region a lot more, maybe especially towards mid-wicket and square leg. He likes to hit them straight as well, and that's why Rahman has taken a fielder at long on and long off. Slightly quicker. They also have got very good bowling options. Talking about Safe Pharma, they've got 2 spinners who are operating up till now. The 2 off spinners, Furqan Ahmed and Rahman. Then they've got someone like Bilal Shoaib as well. Umar Taslim can bowl off spinners too, and if required, even Khalid Salim can bowl few medium pace. Was there to go over extra cover. Instead, he chose to hit it straight down the ground towards long off to get a single to his name, Numan. Well, throughout their first 15 or 16 overs, Safe Pharma were scoring at somewhere between 6.5 and 7. But in the last 4 overs, they were able to up the ante. They were able to accelerate and were able to score more than 15 and over to get past 180. Another full toss. Misfield from Anas Iqbal. And I just get the feeling this will definitely travel past the way for the boundary ropes. Not a good effort this from the experienced Anas Iqbal. He's very good behind the stumps. Usually he keeps wickets, but he's now in the outfield. It was a full toss. And it was going straight to him, but the ball just ricocheting off his legs and ending up past the boundary ropes. So an expensive start this from Rahman Mahmood. 15 runs coming in his opening over. After a couple of overs, SAC at 21 for no loss.
सिमट आया है पूरे घर का प्यार, जब घर आया है घर का स्टार। चेहरों पर खुशी
Have a look at that ball turning into the right hander. Now, initially, Numan wanted to blast that one on the offside, but just had to check his shot in the end. Safe Pharma do realize that they have got a lot of runs to play with, so they can afford to pitch the ball up initially, especially with the two spinners bowling from either ends. And they have so far managed to keep Numan Arfin quiet. Pretty sure Numan will be getting slightly frustrated because he also likes hitting boundaries early on. Hasn't really been able to place the ball in the gap so far. It's in the air, but it's over the fielders. It's not going to go all the way for forward. Will bring at least a couple of runs for Numan Arfin. Khalid Salim himself chasing in that region where he hit a lot of boundaries early on in the first innings. Still a couple of balls left. So far it's a decent over from Furqan. Well, they think there is a big shot just round the corner from Numan Arfin. Still taking some time to have a look at the field placements of Safe Pharma. Oh, that's a lovely delivery. Turning back in slightly into the right hander. Numan was, well, initially he wanted to go over extra cover, but just close the face of the bat there, making sure that he doesn't get the ball in the air, but lucky enough to get it inside half of the bat and still gets a single towards fine leg. When two off spinners usually operate against the left-hander, you expect them to trouble Shahrukh Mohsin, but that hasn't really been the case so far, as Shahrukh has been batting with a very decent strike rate so far, and Numan has been slightly on the back foot. But they need a good start, that's for sure. SAC. Although it went straight towards Rahman Mahmood, who didn't stop the ball cleanly in the first attempt, and that allowed Shahrukh Mohsin to pick up another easy single. So just 4 runs in that over from Furqan. A brilliant over this from the off spinner. After 3, SAC are scoring at just over 8 runs every over. They are 25 for no loss.
खुशियाँ ही खुशियाँ हैं सारी, सब बांटने को तैयार है माँ की जिम्मेदारी। हर चीज को खूब परखना, हर कदम फूंक फूंक के रखना, हर दिल चाहे बस छू लूं एक बार, आपका बेबी है घर का स्टार। ये किलकारियाँ जब दिल को छू जाएं, एक नर्म मुलायम एहसास जगाएं। इसीलिए मदर केयर के साथ बेबी को मिले वही केयर, वही प्यार जो माँ चाहे। मदर केयर, योर बेबीज बेस्ट फ्रेंड।
Rahman Mahmood will keep on bowling the last over of this first and mandatory power play. Goes over long on. In fact, mid-on was up. That's why he chose to go over his head. And not only he gets it over the head of the fielder, but he also gets it over the boundary ropes, does Shahrukh Mohsin, as he gets the first half a dozen of the innings. Never easy this for the left-hander stroke that he's supposed to play against the spin. But he got to the pitch of the ball and was able to lift that one over mid-on and got it easily over the fence. Umar Taslim just having a word with his bowler now. Must be asking him to bowl straight and make him look to play towards the leg side. as compared to the offside or straight. It's a very brisk start so far from SAC. They knew they will have to keep on scoring runs at 9 or 10 and over, because there will come few overs during the middle stages of the innings which can go quiet. That's why it's important that whenever you get an opportunity, especially during the field restrictions, you got to make sure that you utilize them as much as possible. Numan Anfeen, on the other hand, has been slightly quiet. We haven't really seen a boundary from the right-hander. Shahrukh is the one who has struck 3 boundaries and a maximum so far. Seems like the advice that Umar Taslim shared with Numan Mahmood is now started to work, because his line has been very straight. Now he's appealing for a run out there, Anas Saber. He looks very confident. He thinks Numan Anfeen didn't drag his bat inside, and he has already started to celebrate. The umpire has referred that one upstairs though. So this will be interesting.
Bubble boom, खुशी का boom. Bubble, ooh.
Strong workouts needs smart hydration. Shop now at applehomeware.com. Delicious meals start with smart stylish storage. Shop now at applehomeware.com.
With Hajj Khair Se, we set the standard for premium Hajj experiences, where every step is thoughtfully planned and every detail perfected. With Umrah Khair Se, we extend the same promise: refined service, thoughtful planning, and complete peace of mind. Beyond sacred journeys, Al Khair offers international
Well, Shahrukh Mohsin, well, he completed that run, but then without informing the umpire or the fielding side, he was just wandering around and he left the crease without bringing it to anyone's attention, and that's where Anas Sabir took the bails off. That's why he has been considered as run out. So the first wicket has gone down now for a sack. Shah Rukh walking back after scoring 25. Faizan replacing Shah Rukh Mohsin, who was declared run out in the previous delivery. Pretty sure they won't be looking to risk another wicket for a single run right now, talking about sack. They needed a wicket early. Who would have thought that Shah Rukh Mohsin, who was batting so beautifully, will be declared out in that fashion? Slightly short and wide. It was well kept by Anas Sabir behind the stumps. Just 6 runs and a wicket in that over from Roman. It's 31 for 1 after 4.
Tours, airline ticketing, and curated Visit Saudi experiences, all delivered with the same standard of care. Al Khair, Pakistan's leading travel agency since 19
So bowling change from both ends now for Safe Pharma. Ruman Mahmood now being replaced by Hamad Chawla from the gymnasium end. Still no signs of pace for Safe Pharma, although they've got an option in the face of Bilal Arif, but we haven't really seen them relying on the pacer up till now. Once again, he has managed to hit it wider of the fielder at long off. Bilal Arif is very quick across the outfield. It's a good throw, but Faizan was able to get back towards the non-striker's end to get those couple of runs for his partner. Well, this is what they'll have to do a lot more. If they are finding it difficult to get those boundaries, they will have to make sure that they keep on running between the wickets and getting those 2s and 3s if possible. Another one down the leg side. It's going to be given as a wide. Tries to clear the field, but he just gets it to the left of Bilal Arif. A brilliant effort there from the very athletic Bilal Arif there, diving to his left. Might have got his fingertips to that. Pretty sure he was looking to go squarer than that, but Bilal with a brilliant effort still couldn't stop the ball as Noman gets another boundary. He's still trying best to make sure that the run rate stays at 8 and over. Although the first power play is done, but he's still searching for those boundaries. Hits it flat, but will just bounce once before it goes towards Bilal Arif once again, who has been very busy towards long off so far in this over. Thrice the ball has gone in his direction. A couple of times he has been able to stop them. Once the ball went to his left and went past the boundary ropes. Left-hander Faizan is now on strike. Well, he's been kept off strike for the last couple of overs. The field will shuffle. More fielders now standing on the offside in the inner ring with just one at fine leg region. In fact, there's not even a fine leg, so that's why he was able to get that run. It's going to be leg buys, but they all count. That just stayed low. He'll just get a run towards backward square leg. Noman Arfin. Well, they've got Imadzi up, padded up. I'm pretty sure he'll be coming in next if a wicket falls right now. But right now, they're making sure that they keep on scoring at 8 and over. They are 49 for 1 after 6.
सिमट आया है पूरे घर का प्यार, जब घर आया है घर का स्टार। चेहरों पर खुशियां ही खुशियां हैं सारी, सब बांटने को तैयार है माँ की जिम्मेदारी। हर चीज को खूब परखना, हर कदम फूंक फूंक के रखना। हर दिल चाहे बस छू लूं एक बार, आपका बेबी है घर का स्टार। ये किलकारियाँ जब दिल को छू जाए।
Still hasn't got it out of the middle of the bat, but will still get a couple of runs towards cow corner region. Numan Arfeen, as those couple of runs also bring up the 50 for SAC. Still going at a pretty decent rate, the boys in grey. The other day when they were chasing down against Daily Boys, they lost 5 wickets very early, and then we saw a big partnership between Imad Zia and Mustafa Musa. So they've got depth in their batting order, but they need someone to play a big knock, just like the way Khalid Salim did for Safe Pharma in the first innings. Oh, brilliant. Well, it's not the first time he has been able to trouble Numan Arfeen. And he doesn't really get a lot of purchase, a lot of turn on his deliveries. But the fact that he keeps on varying his pace and his line and length, that has troubled Numan, not just on one occasion, but on plenty of them. Byes given this time by the umpire, so that missed the bat, the stumps, as well as the wicket keeper. It's that probing line and length that he's consistently hitting up till now, Bilal Shoaib. Numan still hasn't really decided whether he needs to be on the front foot or on the back foot. Hoiks that one away towards deep mid wicket, but will just get a single this time because he wasn't really interested in that second run. Otherwise he would have run hard for that single. Getting a little dehydrated, I guess. Signs of dew in the outfield. Bilal Shoaib using the towel from the umpire to make sure that the ball dries before he's ready to bowl the next one. Hardly a creature on the leg side inside the inner ring for Faizan. Brilliant. When he comes wider of the crease as a left-handed batter, you expect the ball to come into your bat. And have a look at that ball just straightening after pitching. He must have seen the spinners of SAC who were bowling in the first innings, and they were just a little too short and a little too wide for my liking. That's why they were put away for runs. But Bilal has been wearing his pace, and now he'll get a wicket as well. It's Khalid Salim who is once again in the action. You just cannot keep him out of the game tonight. Runs with the bat, and now has taken a simple catch to get rid of Faizan, the left-hander. And Bilal Shoaib, the way he was bowling tonight, it was inevitable for him to pick up a wicket, as he does. He gets his first of the night. Faizan walking back without even opening his account. SAC are now 54 for 2.
एक नर्म मुलायम एहसास जगाएं। इसीलिए मदर केयर के साथ बेबी को मिले वही केयर, वही प्यार जो माँ चाहे। मदर केयर, योर बेबीज बेस्ट फ्रेंड।
खुशी का बोल
Strong workouts needs smart hydration. Shop now at applehomeware.com. Delicious meals start with smart stylish storage. Shop now at applehomeware.com.
With Hajj Khair Se, we set the standard for premium Hajj experiences, where every step is thoughtfully planned.
Man in form, Imad Zia at number 4 for a sack. Guess of the mark of the very first ball. It was a quicker one for Bilal Shoaib, and he was able to place that one towards deep extra cover. A successful over comes to an end from the left arm spinner. It's 55 for 2 after 7. Well, SAC will be expecting Imad Zia to play a similar knock as he did against Delhi Boys. On that night, he wasn't able to get his team over the line, but he's got an opportunity to do that again today. Slight misfield there from Khalid Salim as Imad picks up a couple behind square on the offside. Still believe if they can keep wickets in hand till the end, they will be, and they might be able to chase down the target of 182. The required run rate hasn't really gone up that much. It's because the run rate has been maintained by Numan and the start that they got through Shahrukh Mohsin. Obviously, Imad Zia will be looking to support his partner at the other end. Even if you can play with a strike rate of 120 or 130, you can still get closer to the target. And things are getting slightly wet. Now when Hamad Chawla has got a towel in his back, so the ball is getting wet and it's getting a little difficult for the bowlers to grip it, especially the spinners. Punches it off the back foot, another misfield from Khalid Salim, and this time the fielder at short third won't be able to stop that one as it races away past the boundary for a 4. Punched that one off the back foot and was able to get it past Khalid Salim and the fielder at short third as well. Well, square boundaries are not that big here at DHA Sports Club Moin Khan Academy. That's why you see a lot of shots being played towards the offside as well as on the leg side, as he does again. And once again the ball goes between the legs, but this time the fielder Bilal Shoaib will be able to stop that one. Imad will get an easy couple. Slippery conditions, maybe he's not being able to get down to the ball. It's happened thrice that the ball has gone past Khalid Salim in this over, and that has resulted in 8 runs collectively for Imad Zia as well as for SAC. Gets his man. It's a huge wicket for Safe Pharma. He pushed that one slightly quicker. This time it was much straighter as compared to his previous 4 deliveries. Imazia was looking to cut that one, gets an inside edge, and the ball hit the stumps. Huge moment in the game this. He could have taken this game away from Safe Pharma, but not tonight. Imazia loses his wicket. Ahmad Chawla gets his first. Imad walking back after scoring 9 and SAC, and now in a bit of bother. They are 63 for 3.
Planned and every detail perfected. With Umrah Khair Se, we extend the same promise: refined service, thoughtful planning, and complete peace of mind. Beyond sacred journeys, Al Khair offers international tours, airline ticketing, and curated Visit Saudi experiences, all delivered with the same standard of care. Al Khair, Pakistan's leading travel agency since 1992.
मेरी बियर्ड मेरा स्टाइल, मेरा बियर ऑयल प्रोफेशनल बियर ऑयल, SAC प्रोफेशनल बियर ऑयल एंड मुस्टैच ऑयल.
New man in, the right-hander Mujahid for a sack at number 5. Well, this is the passage of play which gets slightly difficult for the batters. Not only they have to make sure that they save the wicket, but they also have to maintain the run rate that have been achieved till now. It's 63 for 3 after 8 overs. Changing the bowling attack, Bilal Shoaib has been taken off. Umar Taslim replacing him. Pretty sure we are going to witness Bilal Shoaib again once the batting power play has been opted by the batting team. Low full toss gets a single towards long off. They need some experience in the middle order. Numan can be the one who can take this score near to 182, but he'll obviously need some support at the other end. Imazia was expected to score big runs tonight, but he couldn't do so. Lost his wicket in the previous over. Umar Taslim will keep on doing that, bowling it slower through the air and inviting the batters to go for the drive. He's a brilliant batter himself, so he always have an idea what the batters will be looking to do next. And we have seen the ball turning a little, in fact a lot more as compared to what we witnessed in the first innings. He bowls much slower through the air, Umar Taslim, but on every odd occasion you will see him firing one in quicker through the air. He knows that few quiet overs at this stage will make it even more difficult for SAC. Even if the halfway stays, Safe Pharma was 60 odd for 1 after first 10 overs, and then they kept on improving on the run rate, especially after the 15 overs, because of which they were able to end up with 181. Similar strategy might have to be applied by SAC. They will be needing some valuable contributions towards the end. Gets an inside edge this time, Mujahid, as he gets off the mark on the 6th ball that he faced. Just 3 runs in that over from the off spinner. It's 66 for 3 after 9. So 116 more to get in 66 deliveries, as Mujahid makes sure that he gets it behind square to begin the over with a boundary. So Furqan Ahmed was brought back into the attack this time from the other end. Starts off with a short delivery that was pulled away nicely by Mujahid. We saw him struggling slightly against the off-spinner Umar Taslim in the previous over when he wasn't being able to find the gap, but this time he sat on the back foot and got it towards the leg side. The required run rate has now gone up and above 10 and over. Full toss, gets it in the gap, gets another boundary, does Mujahid. That was an absolute gift from Furqan. No pace whatsoever. A full toss on middle stump. Anyone could have hit that one towards the boundary ropes. Just making sure that he gets it to the left of Hamad and right of Abdul Samad Chawla. So 2 boundaries in 2 balls now for Mujahid. The run rate still staying at just under 8 and over. They still has Shayan Khalid Nainitalwala as well as Mustafa Musa, who will be hoping that if he's given a chance to bat tonight, he'll make amends of the drop catch and the misfields that he did early on. Two right-handers at the crease, so they could have easily gone for the left-arm spin option as well. They just have Bilal Shoaib as a left-arm spinner. Hits that one really hard, but we'll just get a run. It's a very important game for SAC, especially because they lost their first match. And if they go on to chase down this total, that will give them a lot of confidence, because not many of the teams have been able to chase down targets in the SPL, in this edition specifically. Productive over comes to an end for the men in grey. 10 runs off it. It's 76 for 3 after 10 overs.
सिमट आया है पूरे घर का प्यार, जब घर आया है घर का स्टार। चेहरों पर खुशियां ही खुशियां हैं सारी, सब बांटने को तैयार है माँ की जिम्मेदारी। हर चीज को खूब परखना, हर कदम फूंक फूंक के रखना।
Arfin, the wicketkeeper of the opposition team. Meanwhile, Umar Taslim is just setting the field slightly, especially on the offside, before he starts delivering his second over. Pretty sure Numan would love to stay out there for the batting power play. Takes a quick single towards mid-wicket. They've got to make sure that within the 15 overs, till the end of the 15 overs, they should reach somewhere between 115 and 120. So that they will have to chase down at 11 or 12 and over in the last 5. But in that process, they will have to make sure that they keep wickets in hand. A bit of a fumble will allow them to come back for the second two. Now this is something that Safe Pharma cannot really afford to do, because they are still not out of the danger. As long as Numan Arfin is out there and they've got someone like Mustafa Musa who's still waiting in the dugout, anything can still happen. Gently pushed towards extra cover for a single. He's doing the right thing, Mujahid. He got a couple of boundaries, so that must have given him a lot of confidence when he was able to hit 2 boundaries in the previous over from Furqan. Well, Numan has been out there for 25 deliveries. In fact, he has been out there since the start of the innings, so he knows very well how the pitch is behaving. Goes for the pull stroke, gets it in the gap, does Numan. Bilal Arif missed it completely. And that brings the anger on the face of Umar Taslim, because he expected that fielder to stop that one. Bilal Arif had to cover a lot of distance, which he did, but he should have dived for it. Couldn't get his body behind the line, and as a result of which the ball just going underneath his hands and ending up going past the boundary ropes. So a couple of miswheels we have witnessed so far in this over that has costed them 6 runs. Every run is crucial. They need 98 now more to win with 7 wickets in hand. Gets a thick edge. This will run away for 4 more. There's absolutely no chance of the fielder at point or short third to cut with that one. And this is what happens when you let an easy boundary to be scored by the opposition. The luck doesn't really go in your favour. There's nothing wrong with that delivery. He was just looking to push that one on the offside. At max, he would have got a single if he would have middled that. Instead, he got a thick edge. And we have seen how quickly the ball races across the outfield here at DHA Sports Club, Moin Khan Academy, which is surprising for all of us. And now he goes over point. This will run away for 4 more. 3 boundaries in 3 consecutive balls for Numan. He's turning it up. He's turning it on here for SAC. He was waiting for that big over. He was staying quiet up till now, but now, just get the feeling he's got his eye in. 1 towards cow corner, 1 towards third man, and now 1 over point. Expensive over from Umar Taslim comes to an end, and SAC are right back in it. They're 92 for 3 after 11. Into his third over now, Hamad Chawla. Well, Safe Pharma must have thought that after getting rid of Imad Zia, things are well under control, but it's not the case. 29 runs have been added by Mujahid and Numan collectively for the fourth wicket, and this is turning out to be a very valuable partnership. We were expecting them to reach 120 till the 15th over, and if they keep on batting the way they have done so far, they'll be able to get beyond that, as another misfield will allow them to come back for yet another couple. It was Anas Iqbal on that occasion who couldn't stop it completely in the first attempt, and that allowed Mujahid to come back for a couple. That's why in a run chase, even if a batter is batting with a strike rate of 100 or slightly less, there is still chance of them coming near to the total. Because it all depends on how much time you spend at the crease. And these two batters are doing exactly the same. Delicate will get another quick single. This has been the productive region for almost every other batter so far in tonight's game. We saw Khalid Salim getting plenty of runs behind square on the offside, and now Mujahid also making sure that as soon as the ball has been pitched outside the off stump and the length has been slightly shorter, he has been able to play it with a squarish bat and has straight away gone for that single, even if the ball has gone straight to the fielders. It was slightly uppish, but it was in the gap from Numan. He's playing an anchor's role tonight for his team. It's not a good delivery. It's short and it's on the leg stump, and it's asking for trouble for the batter. It will run away for a boundary towards fine leg, as with that 100 also comes up for SAC. Was turning out to be a very decent over from Hamad until that last ball, which was short and it was on the leg stump. Mujahid was able to swivel that and paddle it past that fielder, and he was able to get 4 useful runs for him as well as for his team. So 100 is up for SAC. They still need 82 more runs to win at just over 10 and over.
हर दिल चाहे बस छू लूं एक बार, आपका बेबी है घर का स्टार। ये किलकारियां जब दिल को छू जाएं, एक नर्म मुलायम एहसास जगाएं। इसीलिए मदर केयर के साथ बेबी को मिले वही केयर, वही प्यार जो माँ चाहे। मदर केयर, योर बेबीज बेस्ट फ्रेंड।
Bubble boom, खुशी का boom. Bubble, ooh.
Chance for the fielder, and this time it's taken. It's a huge moment in the game for Safe Pharma. They needed a wicket badly because this partnership was turning out to be dangerous for the bowling team. But now not only they have been able to break this partnership, but they've got a big wicket of Numan who could have turned the game in the favour of the batting team. Nice simple catch taken by the fielder at short third as Bilal Shoaib gets his second wicket of the night. Numan Arif's resistance comes to an end. He walks back after scoring 40. SAC and now 104 for 4.
Strong workouts needs smart hydration. Shop now at applehomeware.com.
The new man in now replacing Numan Arifin. Well, Safe Pharma needed a wicket badly. They got that one. And that too of Numan Arifin, who was looking very dangerous, as he was able to get a couple of boundaries, couple of overs back. But now SAC will have to do all that rebuilding jog over again. The good thing about their run chase is that they still have that batting power play up their sleeves. It's a big question when they will be looking to take that. Ideally, Numan would have loved to be out there for the power play, but now he has been dismissed. Very dangerous customer, Bilal Shoaib. Almost like a silent assassin in this bowling attack of Safe Pharma. It's 174 after 13.
Delicious meals start with smart stylish storage. Shop now at applehomeware.com.
With Hajj Khair Se, we set the standard for premium Hajj experiences, where every step is thoughtfully planned and every detail perfected. With Umrah Khair Se, we extend the same promise, refine
Still no signs of pace tonight for Safe Pharma as Rahman Mahmood is the new man in. Starts off with a delivery that was outside the off stump and might have turned slightly into the right hander. Kamran looked very surprised with that decision from the umpire, as that wasn't given as a wide. Still a couple of fielders deep on the leg side for the off spinner. In the air and gone. Anas Iqbal might have let the ball go out of his reach on a couple of occasions previously, but this time he has hold on to one. Kamran Shahid just couldn't believe his luck. It was pitched up outside the off stump. He was looking to drive that one, just couldn't keep it on the ground, and a good running catch taken by Anas Iqbal. He knew how important that wicket was. And once again, we have seen 2 wickets going in quick succession for SAC. First it was the skipper, Numan, and now Kamran walking back. They are 107 for 5.
Service, thoughtful planning, and complete peace of mind. Beyond sacred journeys, Al Khair offers international tours, airline ticketing, and curated Visit Saudi experiences, all delivered with the same standard of care. Al Khair, Pakistan's leading travel agency since
The new man in, Mustafa, the right-hander. The man strays down the leg side as another extra run will be added to the total. Now they were going along nicely when Mujahid and Numan Arfin were out there in the middle, but now with 2 quick wickets, Safe Pharma will be feeling that they've got the upper grip of this game. And every dot delivery will make it even more difficult for the batting team. Obviously, they won't want twice in 2 matches not to get over the line of the score while chasing down in excess of 180. Leading edge, but it goes over the bowler. Will get a single towards long off. Mustafa to get up the mark. Still have someone like Mustafa Musa waiting in the ranks. I'm pretty sure if a wicket falls right now, he'll be the next man coming in. He's the one who can get those boundaries, those big shots, as he saw from him in the first match against Daily Boys. And every quiet over, the quiet run rate will creep up. Nicely timed. He wants to come back for the second run, Mujahid, and he'll get there easily. Since he's the man who has been out there in the middle for 20 odd deliveries now, he should be the one getting much of the strike as compared to his partner. Diving and picking up another quick single. He retained a strike at the start of next over, and a successful one comes to an end from Rahman. He got rid of Kamran Shahid in it. It's 112 for 5 after 14.
सिमट आया है पूरे घर का प्यार, जब घर आया है घर का स्टार। चेहरों पर खुशियां ही खुशियां हैं सारी, सब बांटने को तैयार है माँ की जिम्मेदारी। हर चीज को खूब परखना, हर कदम फूंक फूंक के रखना, हर दिल चाहे
Well, the fielder at square leg might have collided with the umpire, and that's why he wasn't able to get to the ball as early as he wanted. But Anas Iqbal made sure that he ran all the way from mid-wicket to stop that ball from going to the boundary rows. It was Ahmad Chawla who collided with that umpire at square leg region. But the batting power play is now taken by SAC. Next couple of overs, we're going to witness just two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Long on and long off, both patrolling the boundary rows behind the bowler. And maybe that's why Mujahid was looking to get it over square leg. It's his last over of the night. Bilal Shoaib is pulled beautifully today. Almost got another one, but it wasn't kept nicely by the Anas Sabir behind the stumps, and that'll allow Mujahid to come back for yet another couple. Got a wicket early off Faizan and then came back in his second spell to get rid of the dangerous Numan Arfin. He's got a chance of picking up another one in his next 4 balls. I'm pretty sure Mujahid will be looking to come harder at him. Drags that one wider of the long on. Bilal Arif is out there, but this time they will just get a single. Not offering any speed, any pace on that ball at all, Bilal. He's asking the batter, if you want to go for the big shot, you've got to generate all the force and strength yourself. The run rate is still just over 8 runs every over, but now the required run rate is almost touching 12. There's a premeditated stroke this from Mustafa. Even before the ball had been delivered, he had already made up his mind that he'll look to target the square leg region, and that's why Bilal just pulled the length slightly short and kept it outside the off stump. Similar delivery. This can well and truly turn out to be the match-changing spell. This one from Bilal Shoaib. 2 for 22 while defending 182. Shuffled across, but even then he misses. It's a lovely over that comes to an end from Bilal Shoaib. He finishes off with 3 dots in a row. It's 117 for 5 with just 5 overs to go. Like another wicket has fallen, and umpire might have referred that one upstairs, but you could clearly see that Mujahid might have lost his balance when he was looking to get over extra cover. Anas Sabir looked pretty confident. That's why he ran straight away towards the bowler to congratulate him. I'm pretty sure Umar might have done the trick here for Safe Pharma. First full, it was outside the off stump. And clearly, by the time Anas Sabir took the bails off, Mujahid's back foot was still outside that popping crease. Yep, clearly the bails are off. The foot is still outside the crease, so it's going to be another wicket to fall. They lose one more. It's 119 now for 6, but Mujahid will be walking back after scoring 31.
बस छू लूं एक बार, आपका बेबी है घर का स्टार। ये किलकारियां जब दिल को छू जाएं, एक नर्म मुलायम एहसास जगाएं।
First wicket, Umar Tasneem. That brings Mustafa Musa. That brings now Mustafa Musa at the crease at number 8. Mustafas are now out there for sack, but things are now getting slightly out of the reach for the boys in grey. Seems like it's going to be twice in 2 consecutive matches that they will be falling short of the line of the target. Just few overs back when Mujahid and Noman Arfin were out there in middles, they were feeling much relaxed and much more confident that they'll be able to chase down the target, but not now, as they have lost 3 more quick wickets after that. Smashes that one, gets it in the gap. It's the other Mustafa that will collect his first boundary past the fielder at mid-off. Remember, it's still the batting power play in progress. In fact, the second one of it. And that's why you could see majority of the fielders out inside the inner ring on the offside. .58 more runs needed now by the boys in grey. And they need a special knock to chase down these remaining runs. Won't be easy, but anything is still possible. Now, has that been taken? I guess it has been. Mustafa once again trying to clear the fielder on the offside at extra cover, but have a look at that for a catch. It was in the air and it was dipping down on that fielder, but he was still able to take it. It was a full toss. Couldn't make use of it. I think it was Ahmad Chawla who was sliding to his left, but made sure that he kept his weight on the right side to complete that catch. Second wicket now in the over for Umar Tasneem as Mustafa walks back after scoring 5. It's 124 for 7.
इसीलिए मदर केयर के साथ बेबी को मिले वही केयर, वही प्यार जो माँ चाहे। मदर केयर, योर बेबीज बेस्ट फ्रेंड।
Bubble boom, खुशी का boom. Bubble, ooh.
strong workouts needs. Smart hydration. Shop now at applehomeware.com. Delicious meals start with smart stylish storage. Shop now at applehomeware.com.
Nicely struck this time from Shakil. He gets it in the gap and will open his account with a boundary. He might have picked up a couple of wickets in this over, but he has gone for 11 runs. Taslim. Very first delivery that he faces, gets it in the gap towards Cock Corner region, and he opens his account with a 4. 128 for 7 after 16 overs. Well, we saw Shakil striking a boundary of the very first ball. Now it's Mustafa Musa, the man on strike. Rahman Mahmood coming into bowl for one last time in this innings. Couldn't really utilize the power play much. SAC. The ball has gone up in the air, but I don't think it's going to carry. In fact, it did carry to the fielder at square leg, who was running to his left, but he just couldn't complete the catch as you expect in these cold conditions. Well, Mustafa Musa doesn't really have many options left. He has to search those boundaries and maximums. Might be an easy target, Rahman Mahmood, because he pulls slow through the air and he'll be looking to turn the ball back in to him. Hits it hard but couldn't get it past Umar Taslim. Saved at least a couple of runs there, Umar Taslim, by sliding to his right. The ball had gone past him. The third, in fact, the fielder at long off would have done a lot to stop that ball. "51 more runs to get, just 21 balls remaining. But most importantly, they just have 3 wickets in hand. Make that 50 now with the wide down the leg side. So Bilal Shoaib is bowled out. Umar Taslim still has an over remaining, so I'm pretty sure he'll be bowling in next. They've got Furqan Ahmed as well, who bowled 3 overs up till now. Drags that one wide of the long on fielder, but Bilal Arif was equally on top of that. He knows that the majority of the shots will be played towards long on and long off, especially with the ball turning into the right-handers. So that's why he'll have to swiftly move to his right or to his left when the ball has been hit towards that long on region. There you can see again Bilal Arif into the action. And even towards the end of the innings, you usually witness the best fielders in the playing 11 standing at long on or long off, because a lot of times the batters are looking to hit straight over the bowler's head, especially when the spinners are operating even towards the depth. He'll hope that he finished the over and his spell well, ideally with the dot ball or a wicket. He finishes that with a dot ball. Hamad just looking to go over extra cover, making no connection whatsoever. It's 134 for 7 after 17. Well, as we expected, the spinners will keep on bowling the last overs as well of this innings. Mustafa Musa just asking a small question from the umpire whether it was outside the off stump enough to be given as a wide, but the umpire wasn't interested. So next 17 deliveries will decide the fate, whether SAC will be able to chase down the target or not, and if they want to do so, they'll have to strike the ball just like that on a lot of occasions for the next couple of overs. He has targeted that region wider of long gone, just towards that cow corner. Struck it beautifully. Roman, who had just completed the previous over, had to run a lot to his right, and he couldn't really get anywhere near to that stroke. Now they've got an extra fielder, not at mid-wicket but towards the cow corner region, and a fielder at deep mid-wicket. No one at square leg, inside or outside the 30-yard circle. As Mustafa Musa decides to go straight, it's an opportunity for Bilal Arif. He takes a good running catch to his left, and this might prove to be the last nail in the coffin of SAC's hopes to chase down this target of 182. Hamad into his last over, pitching it up. Mustafa wanted to go straight, wanted to go slightly to the left of long off, but Bilal Arif took a really good running catch to make sure that Mustafa will be keep on walking, but this time towards the dugout. He scored just 9 tonight. Now they've lost their 8. 138 for 8 now, SAC.
With Hajj Khair Se, we set the standard for premium Hajj experiences, where every step is thoughtfully planned and every detail perfected. With Umrah Khair Se, we extend the same promise: refined service, thoughtful planning, and complete peace of mind. Beyond sacred journeys, Al Khair offers international tours,
Safe Pharma to wrap up this innings of SAC. And seems like Safe Pharma will collect yet another couple of points. And they get even closer to that by getting another wicket. Saqib has been dismissed of the very first delivery as Hamad now gets his third. It was full, it was straight. He was looking to use his feet slightly to drive that one towards long on, but missed the line of the ball completely. He came and lasted for just one delivery before he was dismissed. SAC have now lost their 9th wicket in the process. It's 138 for 9. So it's a hat-trick delivery for Hamad Chawla. Well, if that ball would have been slightly straighter within the line of the stumps, it would have been a definite case of leg before or maybe bowled, but just a little outside the off stump, and somehow Zishan didn't get an edge behind that. So they still need 44. They now have 13 balls to do any significant damage if they can, and they just have one wicket remaining. Seems like they're going to suffer yet another defeat, SAC, in this DSPL Season 7, and after 18, it's 138 for 9. So just a couple of overs now remain in this innings. Umar Taslim will be bowling the 19th, the penultimate over. It's going to go all the way for 4 since both the fielders at long on and long off collided with each other. Hamad Chawla was running to his left, in fact to his right from long off, whereas Bilal Arif was moving to his left. Both collided in the process and the ball just sneaked through the gap between the two. Well, even if they go down in this game, but they will at least make sure that they get closer to this target of 182. They'll be hoping that they do not get bowled out in this run chase and will try to get near to at least 160, which is still possible. But Umar Taslim will make it look very difficult for them to do that. Similar length, but the ball was much slower through the air. He's appealing for stumping, but the umpire didn't respond. Bowled it slower through the air. Somehow he has managed to get it in the gap, but mid-wicket will come around. Anas Iqbal with the rocket throw towards the wicket-keeper's end. As Zishan will just get a single. Now Hamad, what can he do? Ideally, he would prefer to keep strike with himself, and for that he'll be just looking to pick up a single, and he does. Well, he's not even interested in coming back for the second one because he was not even looking at his partner at the striker's end. Quiet over comes to an end from Umar Taslim. It's 145 for 9 after 19. Will be bowling the last over, with the opposition still needing 37 more to win. Even 6 big hits won't be enough. Oh, well, that missed everything. It went between the legs of Hamad Shakil and also behind the wicket keeper Anas Saber. I don't think he'll be able to cut that one off. It's going to be 4 byes to start the over with. Well, the ball just didn't bounce at all there from Khizr. Almost bounced twice before it reached the batter. Goes for the big hit. Don't think it's going to carry to the fielder at long off. Bilal Arif will have to move to his left. He doesn't want to come back for the second one. Meanwhile, 150 is up for SAC. Now the last 4 overs that went for plenty of runs in the first innings, and that has once again turned out to be the difference of this game today. Smashes that one off the back foot, but will just get a run towards long off. Hamad will get back on strike. Can he get a couple of them out of the middle of his bat? He struck his very first ball towards the boundary at cow corner. Even a couple of boundaries will get them near to 160. It's going to be another wide, in fact, down the leg side. Smashes it beautifully and gets it over mid-wicket for a 6 he was after. He hit that one against the turn, but even that big hit won't be enough now for SAC, as they still need 24 more to win in the next couple of balls. Got it right off the middle and got it comfortably over the boundary ropes as well. That's why it is very important that when you start off well as a bowling attack, you got to make sure that you finish off well as well. Something that SAC couldn't do so in the last 5 overs. As a result of which Safe Pharma were able to go past 180 because of the brilliant knock and contribution towards the end by Anas Iqbal as well as by Abdul Samad Chawla. 182 was always going to be a difficult task, but they were in the game when Mujahid and Numan Arfin, the skipper, were out there. But as soon as both of those batters got out, it became almost impossible for the remaining batters to come in and chase down the remaining runs. Hit hard, might have hit the fingertips of the bowler. They'll get that single towards long gone, and they will finish up at exactly 160 for the loss of 9 wickets in their allotted 20 overs. So 2 wins in 2 matches in 3 matches for Safe Pharma, whereas a couple of defeats have become the fate for SAC as they lost this game again by 21 runs. The target, Numan Arfin and Shahrukh Mohsin came out to open the innings. Shahrukh looked good before he got himself run out, courtesy of brilliant game awareness from Anas Saber. Faizan couldn't trouble the scorers, Imad scoring just 9, and then there was this partnership between Mujahid and Numan Arfin that brought SAC closer. Numan was the man dismissed and Mujahid also went straight after, and then we didn't see any valuable contribution towards the end from any of the lower order batter from SAC. They fell short today by 21 runs. They could only manage 160 in their allotted 20 overs. 6 bowling options were utilised today by Safe Pharma. Furqan going wicketless, just bowled 3 overs. Rahman getting a wicket. Bilal Shoaib was the pick of the bowlers, 2 for 22. And Hamad getting 3 for 29 in his spell of 4 overs. Whereas a couple of wickets were picked up by Umar Taslim with his off spinners. So while batting first, Safe Pharma were able to score 181 in their allotted 20 overs, which seemed highly unlikely. But the brilliant knock from Abdul Samad and valuable contribution towards the end by Anas Iqbal, as they were able to get past 181. Mustafa Musa, Shayan Khalid and Hamad Shakil picking up a wicket each. And in reply, SAC falling short by 21 runs as they were able to score 160 for the loss of 9 wickets in their allotted 20 overs. Short and wide this time. Khalid Salim finds a gap. Brilliant piece of timing. This ball will race away to the boundary ropes. He's slightly disappointed there, Humaid Waqas, because he's over. Slightly uppish, but it's in the gap. It will be considered as a streakish boundary for Umar Taslim, but gets it in the end, in the gap as well. This will race away toward the boundary ropes. Powerfully struck, gets it in the gap. No chance for Humaid Waqas at long off. This is turning out in the air and just over. Just get the feeling this will run away for 4S. Well, this looks close and given. Another change in the bowling attack from this end. Humaid Waqas being replaced by Hamad Shakil, and the ball just goes past that fielder at short third. Well, surprisingly, he did not look to stop that one, and it's Humaid. Nicely driven. Quality stroke this from Khalid Salim. Seems like he's batting on a complete... because this is where he's finding those gaps, as he does once again towards deep extra cover. Slower delivery. He's tongued that one over mid-wicket. You were talking about a boundary. Now it's another opportunity being presented. Will the long on fielder be able to take it? He does. Witness leg spin again from Zaid. Goes for the big shot, does Anas Iqbal, but it just goes over. Flights it up. Once again hits it towards long on. This time it's an opportunity and it's put. Oh, it's a quality stroke this from Abdul Samad. He just shuffled across the off catch. Oh, what a stroke that is. Humaid Waqas. In fact, it was Mustafa. Now he hits it in front of square. It's not going to carry to Mustafa Musa, but he doesn't stop that in the last 3 balls. And this is going to be a flat hit. It will definitely look to go past 180. Oh wow, what a stroke that is! That is probably the shot of the innings. Do some more damage to the bowling attack of SAC. Nicely struck straight down the ground, and he'll get another boundary. Hits it powerfully, gets it in the gap again. It's going to be another boundary for him. Oh, he goes straight, but he hasn't really middled that one. Umaid Waqas will definitely not put that. Uses his feet, gets it behind square. It's going to run away for 4 as well. Special knock from Abdul Samad Chawla made sure they have now posted a huge total. Starts off with a full toss, driven beautifully by Shahrukh. Getting onto the... Now he goes over extra cover. This is a quality stroke, and this will go all the way for 4 as well. Another full toss. Misfield from Anas Iqbal. And I just get the feeling this will definitely... Goes over long on. In fact, mid-on was up. That's why he chose to go over. Nicely struck. He'll get his first boundary now, Numan Arfin. Tries to clear the field, but he just gets it to the left of Bilal Arif. But Bilal has been wearing his pace, and now he'll get a wicket as well. Especially the spinners. Punches it off the back foot. Another misfield from Khalid Salim, and this time the fielder at short third won't be able... gets his man. It's a huge... In 16 more to get in 66 deliveries. As Mujahid makes sure that he gets it behind square. Full toss, gets it in the gap, gets another bar. Goes for the pull stroke, gets it in the gap, does Numan. Bilal Arif missed it completely. Wickets in hand. Gets a thick edge. This will run away for 4 more. There's absolutely no chance of the fielder at point. And now he goes over point. This will run away for 4 more. 3 boundaries in 3 consecutive. It's not a good delivery. It's slowed and it's on the leg stump, and it's asking for trouble for the batter. It will run away for a boundary towards... Chance for the fielder, and this time it's taken. It's a huge... In the air and gone. Anas smashes that one, gets it in the gap. It's the other Mustafa that will collect his first boundary past the fielder at mid. Won't be easy, but anything is still possible. Now, has that been taken? I guess it has been. So next 17 deliveries will decide the fate, whether SAC will be able to chase down the target or not, and outside the 30-yard circle. As Mustafa Musa decides to go straight, it's an opportunity for Bilal Arif. He takes a good running catch to his left. A couple of points. And they get... Umar Taslim will be bowling the 19th, the penultimate over. It's going to go all the... Smashes it beautifully and gets it over mid-wicket for...